Assalamu alaikum viewers, I am Zubia Irfan. Welcome to another show of CxO Talk. As you know, it's a knowledge sharing platform for all the C-level across the Pakistan and around the globe. Every time we invite some interesting personalities in our show. Today we are honored to have Mr. Chaudhary Iftikhar Hussain with us. Mr. Chaudhary Iftikhar Hussain, a strategic technology leader with over 20 years of experience driving digital transformation, platform modernization, and automation across fintech, SaaS, and regulated financial services. Currently serving as the CTO at Parwaaz Financial Services, he has led Pakistan's first EMI regulated wallet, a peer to peer lending platform, and global SaaS ventures. Iftikhar is known for aligning innovation with the compliance and scaling secure automated platforms that deliver real business impact. So let's meet and greet Mr. Iftikhar. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam, Zubia. Thank you for having me here.
Welcome to the show and thank you for spending some time from your busy schedule.
It's pleasure. We have been catching up for a few months, and finally that's happened. And pleased to be here.
Yes, exactly. So, first of all, Mr. Iftikhar, I would request to please introduce yourself to our viewers and your role within your organization.
Yeah, before introduction, I would like to thank you, Zubia, you inviting and the CxO Global Forum for providing that great opportunity and platform for industry leaders to express their insights, like sharing experiences over here. So I am Iftikhar. I have 20 years of experience, a technology and product leader who spent last 2 decades working at the intersection of software engineering, business strategy, and regulated industries. So my journey taken me from building embedded systems in early my career and then moving towards large-scale digital platforms, from navigating high-stakes regulatory transitions like Pakistan's first EMI acquisition. And I have worked across startups, corporates, and drives me actually to business outcome. What you are building is creating real value for the businesses. And if I say how I started, what sparked my passion, so actually I started before even I graduated. So I had a chance of doing the specialization in software engineering, and fortunately I was taught by industry professionals, and that made me feel real. So doing freelancing, working for real clients, delivering them, and from the early time, so I just not thought like a developer. So I thought like a solution providers to the business, real business problems.
Great, great. So, what's your approach to creating a business first technology culture in lean tech teams?
That's interesting. Yeah, whenever we talk about lean teams, this is always a startup thing with very hungry to go to market with so many constraints, and especially in lean teams, it every role carries a weight. So you can't afford a tech and business to be disconnected. So I have been like in startups for a long time. So I make sure that engineers understand not just what we are building, but they must understand why we are building. So that means connecting them to revenue levels, compliance realities, and user pain points. So even when I work with external vendors, I align them to business outcome, not just delivery milestone. So I measure like success at different like while going towards a business technology. It's not just uptime or performance matrices. It's about how customer activation rates are working, what is the operational cost, and how developers are directly impacting the business by their understanding, not by becoming like executional in, but as strategic enablers. So, in short, I would say a business first culture is built on clarity, purpose, and accountability. So when resources are lean, that alignment becomes a real force multiplier for everyone.
Very right, very right. So, what's your formula for building high performing tech teams across startups and corporates?
Like I believe for me or any leadership team, either that is from tech side or any cross domains, because everything work hand in hand. So there are three things that I focus towards. The first thing is clarity. So how people understand what you want to do and how the success will look like. So both technically and from the business perspective. And the second part is anatomy. So like in both startups and corporates, the best people thrive when they actually are trusted and trusted to solve real problems and not micromanaged, because everyone's approach is different. And the third, like I believe, that is very much important, is shared purpose. So when everybody feel connected, teams are synced, either that are engineers, product managers, or business leader. So they will start inspiring each other. So silos will put aside, and the real results will come in. So in startups, I believe wearing multiple hats, moving fast with imperfection information. Yeah, you said like navigating governance without losing agility. So that can only happen when we are actually having a clarity, the anatomy is there, and shared purpose is serving.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, can you walk us through your role in Pakistan's first EMI acquisition and how you managed technology operations during the transition?
Yeah, this was very tricky, and this transaction was not just important for us. This was the like everyone in the industry, because this was the first ever, and it was the most complex one because the priorities and the goals were different. The first or foremost thing that it was a regulated institution that has been acquired by external party. So complexities, not just from a tech side, there are other sides. So let me be specific towards tech, despite of several of challenges and complexities during that transaction. So I was focused towards like full scale technology due diligence, because there was a regulatory audits, there was a third party due diligence who was like doing the technology assessment, risk assessment for transition, when you have to plug in something new uh, that will not disrupt user trust or experience, rather than coming with a new face and driving that same ecosystem. And in meantime, like the entire tech stack that was complex, from core systems to integration, and especially when you are a financial institution, the compliance will come first. You should go through a regulatory scrutiny and then zero disruption time. So we built a structured handover plan, and readiness session with the acquiring team, and transferred deep institutional knowledge so they could like remain on running on the ground from the cross-border teams that were we were training. So it was not just a tech exercise, like it was about preserving regulatory trust, ensuring operational continuity, and enabling the next phase of growth without stumble. So this was like one thing very important for me when I was driving that.
Right, right. So, Mr. Fikhar, how do you align your long-term technology decisions with evolving businesses goals, especially in regulated industries like fintech?
Long-term goals actually more driven towards when you are so much aligned with business strategy. So again, like when we focus towards team building, as you asked a very insightful question about having lean teams and delivering things, it again start with clarity. Clarity on what? On business fundamentals, like what is our roadmap, model, revenue drivers, cost structure, and risk appetite especially. So risk appetite is not just about like being building teams and having that risk as well. It's about time, it's about financial, it's about market validation. And once I have that, so I work with leadership to translate it into a tech roadmap that is scalable, that is secure and adaptable. For example, when we built a bank agnostic payments and collection platform, so it was there, we designed it like with multiple integration partners, we met regulatory requirements from day one. So like when you are getting into the market, so entire business strategy is completely integrated with your tech strategy. So tech can't go without a business direction. So this point, like technology should be a strategic value creator, and that only happens when it's fully aligned with business needs. That is not just for today, for the future as well.
Very right, very right. I totally agree with you. So, Mr. Iftikhar, how do you align stakeholders across business, compliance, and tech when leading complex product deliveries?
Like over the time, when we talk about stakeholder, that reminds me several of scenarios that I have been through. So stakeholder alignment actually comes before building anything, and this seems more complex when you move out from the startups to the corporates. Because I have been transitioned from inception from corporates and moving towards regulated entities. So how I do that? Like I do start from stakeholder mapping. So who are the decision makers, influencers, and potential brokers across business, compliance, and tech. So a blocker means there are certain controls that has to be in place. So I create shared visibility framework or maybe a joint roadmap where I will be sharing structure updates, co-sign offs. So, like during the MI, if I got an example from this, so we aligned regulator expectations, internal milestones, and then acquiring teams' readiness, like how a unified plan will go on. So, the key is trust and early communication, I believe. So, I don't believe that in tech sprinting ahead while compliance or business scrambles to catch up. So, leadership like should consider creating convergence, not silos. So if we are coming out of silos, we are working together, we are working hand in hand, and we should keep complex projects like dealing together as one stakeholder. So this will go on. Like I took everybody on board with their domain and then build a roadmap. So this always works.
Absolutely. Okay, so Mr. Iftikhar, next question I would like to ask: what advice would you give to startups trying to achieve product market fit?
It's a long debate happening around the globe, everywhere, from Silicon Valley to NICs in Pakistan. So everybody's working, and the success rate is only 2%. So around the globe, not just for Pakistan. And we are evolving eco model like ecosystem that evolving here. So with that experience that I learned is actually sometime we build things in the room. So I believe the founders, the founding team should not like chase the feature list. They chase the like they should focus on solving a real problem and how this happens. This is more important. I built one thing in the room and I thought this will work closely with one of my founder and it was not working out. So the advice should be like don't build early, go talk to real users, like first build on paper, like find out the workflow friction and then trying to fix out, build small, get it to real user, iterate it, ensure that it's testable and it is addressing the real pain point. And market fit is just not about if we take a product inside, it's actually timing as well. So even if you are building and you are doing over engineering, you became a feature factory and market was ready earlier and that time has gone. So business model should like focus towards real problem and real time readiness of market understanding and taking it to relevant stakeholders and iterating it and keeping the last part that is most tricky that happened and like there are a few success stories as well. So keep something that you can pivot as well. So build such as something composable and resilient sort of thing that pivot as well.
Very well explained. Okay, so Mr. Iftikhar, what are the biggest technology risks companies overlook during digital transformation, and how do you mitigate them?
Well, just a digital transformation, or maybe we are even communicating with third parties. So there are a few things that being a core technologist, I would say that I see most complex. That is integration complexity. So commonly we underestimate it. So it's okay. We have to just integrate with the systems. Like company thinks new system will just plug and play without considering data quality, legacy dependencies, or compliance gaps. And second part is like we sometimes over rely on technology without change management. So change management actually drives how your things will work. You can roll out the best tool in the world, but people are not trained, and this will eventually fail. So, and the final thing that I would say, risk is a cybersecurity. So it is not an afterthought. So transformation attacks new threats, and attacks often move like faster than business. So my approach is to bake insecurity and governance from day one, not just later thing.
Very right, very right. Okay, so Mr. Iftikhar, you have built across industries. How do you decide whether to build, buy, or partner when scaling tech infrastructure?
This is a real important question, and we have been in a trap when we wanted to build everything ourselves. So, and this helps actually everyone when to pick like what to do. So I believe like there are three. I use three lenses. That is the speed, the strategic value, and total cost of ownership. So if speed to market is critical and your solution is not differentiator, so I would prefer to buy or partner with. So this is the first thing that I see. If because if central like your competitive advantage is like you're building something that does not a good fit in the market, then I will go for building it. And sometimes hybrid works. So you borrow like ideas from the market and you iterate it and you build core of them, and half of them you integrate by off the shelf products. So simply, if you are going to make some real differentiation through your technology, build it. If it is not differentiator, buy it. And if your use case is like in common, go for a hybrid approach.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, in your view, what are the foundational pillars required to build a trustworthy and innovation-ready digital ecosystem in emerging markets like Pakistan?
The first thing that being whatever we are building is through the technology. So building up a mindset. So I have been a developer myself, and I can relate so much with the engineering teams. So engineering teams feel like they just need to build it. But there are major four things that because it's been a good time with the regulated industries. So I start with regulatory trust by design. So compliance, KYC, data protection, this should be built from day one into the architecture. And then the second point is like building a resilient infrastructure. So infrastructure should be secure, scalable, and reliable to handle uncertainty. So when we have that two thing, like by design, regulatory trust, infrastructure is resilient, then we should go for business first talent. So when you are building a team, they must understand the market, risk, and regulatory context. So mostly happen when people don't understand regulatory context, they lose control, that return into like severe sort of risk exposures or system collapse. And then the last part that combined together, that is collaborative ecosystem, regulators, startups, corporates. So if they sync together rather than to building in isolation, so this will actually build a like thriving, innovative, and future ready system for Pakistan.
Right, right. So, in the end, I would like to ask, how's going your experience so far with CXO Global Forum?
Uh, I really like the idea. It's been a long time that I'm looking into it, but remain busy usually. So CXO is doing great work by connecting entire industry leadership together, not just especially the finance part, though Elevate is happening and I'm excited about it. So because there is a full sort of financial people or gathering is there, and also the diverse. So because there is a community, CXO is not just joining a community locally here, like you have been doing great in USA, UAE, KSA. So when you connect all enablers in a single platform that can share views, exchange insights, so that helps you not just in the border, cross borders. So that is really attracted me, and finally, then I thought, okay, let's not just participate, be a regular member, try to create value through the ecosystem, through the community, and I'm really enjoying and excited to be like creating value through my fellow industry leadership.
Great, great. So, Mr. Iftikhar, thank you very much for your time. On behalf of CXO Global Forum, we wish you more and more success. And it has been a very useful discussion with you. I hope our viewers will learn a lot from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zubia, and again, thank you to CxO for enabling such a great platform. And looking forward for many valuable interactions and driving the ecosystem towards better future.
Inshallah, inshallah. So, viewers, this is it for today. Inshallah, see you soon with some another amazing personality. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.